Welcome back once again, everyone. It is Michael here with Offshore Citizen. Today I did an interview with somebody from Antigua who is a part of their outreach program, Inbound Investment, and promoting the Citizenship by Investment program, which has been really valuable for them. And so it's a fairly short interview. We didn't have a ton of time by the time we finished all the other conversation. However, hopefully you enjoy. He has a few interesting things to say and gives some interesting explanations about some of the way that whole region functions. It's interesting to talk to him because he is from Antigua, but he ended up going and being involved in running the Granada program and then going back to Antigua. So great to talk to him. If you have comments, feedback, etc., I'd appreciate it in the comments below. Please, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the all notifications. And if you would like help with the things that we help you with here, which is international tax optimization, asset protection, forming companies, opening bank accounts, things of this nature, getting second residencies, citizenships, relocating and doing business abroad, please book a call with me, calendly.com/Michael-Rosmer, link in the description below. Or send a message to our websites, offshorecitizen.net and offshorecapitalist.com. And enjoy the interview. Okay, welcome back everyone. Michael here once again, and I am privileged to have with us Mr. Thomas Anthony, who I'm told never backs down from a challenge. And is involved in, so he has a background with the Granada Citizenship by Investment, but actually is with Antigua, and we're excited to have him with us. He's in charge of inward investment, and so thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me. Hi, everyone.
Wonderful. So maybe just quickly, you want to explain your role to the audience so they understand what you're doing for Antigua?
Well, sure. Actually, I started my in the industry at the Antigua and Barbuda program from the inception of the program in 2013, and I left in 2017. I would say that I left to improve my knowledge and
that's great,
and so that I could contribute even greater to the Antigua program. So now I'm back with the program in a consulting role, and broadly to assist in marketing the program, so building the awareness of the program in the source countries, as well as to create a framework to engage with the diaspora, wherever they may be.
Yeah, so that's super unique. I think I've heard of that anywhere else.
I think it is, and I see it personally as being really important to the program and to the country, and for the citizens themselves to have a relationship, a direct relationship with the government and people of Antigua and Barbuda.
Yeah, so just a couple pieces of context here. So diaspora, for those who aren't familiar with the term, are the people who have become citizens of, so gone through the program. And I think it's interesting to note that, of course, people feel kind of emotional about nationality sometimes.
Yes.
And so it's useful to be able to help some integration between the existing citizens and the people who are being welcomed into the program. I think it's actually kind of, I might have talked about this before on some previous videos, but it's interesting to me that a lot of countries do quite a poor job of integrating people once they come, not even as citizens, but as residents even. You know, I've immigrated to multiple countries, and you show up there and it's like, you get your papers and then it's kind of like you're left there. So it's very cool. So what are some of the things that you guys are doing to work with people to help engage them with Antigua and Barbuda more?
Okay, so we want to move away from the transactional kind of citizenship by investment, where you make an investment, you get a passport, and you travel to various countries, right?
Yep.
And so the idea is to create events in the country where they are living. Antigua cultural displays, Antiguan cuisine, just having social conversations from time to time, maybe bringing an entertainment group from Antigua and Barbuda, which we did on Monday night, and those who were there, I think they had a fantastic time.
We're in Dubai right now, so they're here for the expo, just for context for people.
2020 in Dubai. Yes, the Antigua group put on a cultural display at the National Day in the morning, and then we also had a cocktail where we had one of our better female performers serenading the group with local music, calypso and soca. right?
Awesome.
And I think everyone, including the CEO, had a really good time. She was actually shaking her waist, what we call dancing in Antigua. So those kinds of things that we want to do.
Yeah.
But then on a more serious note also, we want to be able to engage them on investment opportunities.
Yeah.
So the government may have a package of investments, or private sector may have a package of investments.
Yeah.
We want to engage them in terms of providing them with information with these investment opportunities, but we also want them to have opportunities to make philanthropic contributions, either through the creation of their own vehicle or by funding existing social programs or NGOs that contribute to social programs.
And so what this would mean is, say, the private sector, if they were hosting some sort of investment, it helps them to be able to reach a broader audience, I'm guessing?
Precisely.
Yeah.
So rather than just Antiguans and Barbudans living in Antigua, now they're able to reach these thousands of individuals who will become citizens of Antigua and Barbuda and may be interested in increasing their investment in the country.
Do you have some how many people have gone through the Antigua and Barbuda program? Do you know off the top of your head?
15,000. Yeah.
About that? Okay.
Is the number, yeah.
And about how many is it per year? So about 2,000 a year or something like that?
2,000 a year, yeah.
Okay. And so the other thing I wanted to ask you about, just to kind of give some context for people of some of the benefits that come from joining Antigua and Barbuda, is, it's interesting that you were a participant on helping out with the program in Granada at some point in time.
Yes.
I mean, when people join, they're not just joining Antigua and Barbuda, they're joining the CARICOM nations.
Yes.
So how does that work for people who aren't familiar with it and don't know?
Oh, so CARICOM is the Caribbean community.
Yep.
So the community of countries in the
15
Caribbean,
countries or something like that?
15 countries, including countries that are not physically in the Caribbean, like Guyana, for example. But it's a CARICOM community, and that means that to some extent you're allowed free movement between those countries, goods and services. But more specifically, there's also an organization called the OECS, Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, of which there are 8 countries, the smaller countries, and there is deeper integration in that group, so that one can decide tomorrow that they want to live in Dominica, or they want to live in Montserrat, right? And there's the infrastructure existing that allows you to just move to that country and live.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Or set up business if you wish.
Yeah.
So there's, as I said, free movement of people, free movement of goods, so that you can quite easily, for example, manufacture goods in Antigua. Yeah. And there's an infrastructure that allows you to sell to ship to those countries without much difficulty.
Yeah, it's great. No, I think it's really important because, each of these countries are very small. So on their own, not a lot of significant market size, not a lot of reach politically, etc. So being able to work together, it gives you more.
Oh yeah, it's critical to our survival, I think. In the OECS, for example, among those 8 countries I mentioned earlier, there are only 600,000 people. Yeah. Right? Yeah. If you extend it to the Caribbean community, you're now including Jamaica and Guyana, but you're still only looking at about 6 million people, if that much, right? Yeah. So it's, when you look at the global picture, it's a really small group, right? And so it's important that we have this infrastructure mechanism to be able to trade among ourselves.
Yeah, it's excellent. Yeah. Well, great. I appreciate you taking the time. We have to run off, so thank you.
Thank you for having me, Michael.
100%. Maybe we'll do it again sometime.
And it's called
Key Opinion Leader. I was teaching them about the KOL term earlier.
I had the old terminology, which is influencer, but I've been schooled.
Perfect. All right, guys. We'll see you on the next video.